5 Tibetan Rites. That's right, this video is all about a movement that was actually come from the Tibetan culture. It's actually said that it's over 2,500 years old, and they call this particular routine, or ritual as I like to call it, the Fountain of Youth. What we're going to be doing here is be doing 5 movements that's going to raise your vibration and frequency, okay? And the reason for that is it's going to target every chakra in the body. Now in Eastern culture, they call them chakras, okay? All the way from the root to the crown chakra. But in our Western society, we call them the endocrine system. So our glandular system, our hormonal system. And most people have imbalanced hormones. Why is that? Well, we're exposed to many toxins, many different EMFs, all the, the toxic crap. So we want to battle that through movement, through breathing and the quality of movement. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be targeting our pineal, our third eye, and pituitary, our master gland. We're going to be targeting our parathyroid and thyroid. We're going to be targeting our thymus gland, which is just above the collarbone, which is a big, huge part of our immune system. And then as we move down the glandular system, pancreas is also a part of that. But as we move down, we're going to get into the reproductive area and the adrenals, okay? Adrenals are just on top of the kidneys. So that's what we're really focusing on, is please make sure that you have intention when you do this, that you're going to be doing it for the balance of your hormones, balance of your energy, increase the frequency, increase the vibration so you can attract more health into your life. So without further ado, I'm going to show you how to do them. I want you to start watching this video, practicing it yourself every morning. So it's very simple. I want you to start with 5 or 7 reps each. They say you want to build up to 21 reps each. I don't do that. Max I do is 11 to 15 each. The concept, how to figure out how many reps you should do, is on the first exercise, which is the spin, how many spins can you do until you get dizzy? Okay, so all it is, make sure you've got plenty of room. And if you don't, put your hands in so you don't hit anything or anyone, okay? So basically, we're going to start with our hand, our right arm on our left shoulder, and we're going to pinpoint with our eyes a spot. And we're going to try to keep our eye on that the whole time. What we're going to do, while we're breathing, we're going to go as slow or as fast as you want, but I'm going to go slowly so you can see. You can see my head is still looking at that spot. And now I'm going to turn and just turn my head as quickly as I can back to that spot. Okay, and that's one spin. And then you just keep going. Okay, 2, 3. Sometimes it's better to bend your knees and get lower so you've got a better center of gravity. Okay, all right, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then when you get dizzy, just stop. Close your eyes, bend your knees, breathe until you feel that sway go. And then you're done. So that's the first exercise of the Tibetan Rites. So the second rite movement is that we get flat on our back. So what we're going to do, and it's going to be a little bit challenging for me because I've got the microphone on, so I'm just going to go a little bit slower. So flat on our back. Okay. And what we're going to be doing here, so the spins activated the pineal and the pituitary gland. This one's going to compress your thyroid and your parathyroid, but also activate your core and your adrenals and your reproductive organs all in one. So your hands by the side. This is not a sit-up. I say that again, this is not a sit-up. Hands by the side. And what you're going to do simultaneously, you're going to lift your legs up and also your chin to chest. Okay, see me shaking a little bit. But then you raise back down. You can see that I'm not bringing my chest up. I'm not doing a crunch. Okay. I'm keeping my shoulders flat on the ground, okay? Okay, shoulders back, chest up high. When you inhale, exhale. Just go gently. We're all about quality of movement rather than quantity of movement in these morning rituals. That should be 7. We really want to focus on our breath. Deep inhales and deep exhales is the key here. Okay, you might want to just rock your hips. You want to enjoy this. It should be pleasurable. This shouldn't be forced. You're not trying to sweat here. You're trying to activate, increase the vibration frequency of your chakras or endocrine system. So that's riot number 2. So the third riot is similar to what we call a camel pose in yoga, but not exactly like that. I'll go this way. Now, if you've got please have a yoga mat or a towel would be really helpful. Clearly, I'm on a wooden floor here, so I want some support to my knees. Now, I'm going to roll the mat or the yoga mat up to give that extra support to my knees. Now, feet flat. What you're going to be doing here is we're going to be opening up the thymus gland, which is our immune system, okay? Definitely breathing deeply. And what I suggest here is doing a couple taps, like banging on the thymus gland, which is just above your collarbone, and doing this. Really activate it, okay? Increase the frequency, increase the vibration. With your hands just on top of your buttocks, chin to chest, okay? What you're going to be doing is you're going to inhale, exhale. Now you can see I'm not doing a camel pose, which looks like this. That can put a lot of strain on your lower back, and we don't want that. We want to basically pretend that we've got a hook in our chest and someone's pulling it up dead straight. We're raising our chest up to the ceiling, not going backwards like this, okay? So in 7 movements, it looks like this. Make sure you exhale, chin to chest, inhale to start. Really pull your shoulders back and open that chest up. Two more. And that's it. That's the third riot. Okay, now the fourth riot. This is called the tabletop movement. Some people do find this one more difficult because it puts a lot of strain on your wrists. So I do suggest doing some wrist movements beforehand, warming up your wrists, rolling them around, kind of stretching them like this, giving them some, we want to do that, okay? We want to make sure our wrists are supported so they can support us. But other than that, we get into this position. So we're sitting down, okay, with our hands by our side, okay? Hands should be underneath the shoulders or a little bit in front or a little bit back. Depends on where you find is more comfortable for you. When you do this, feet shoulder width apart, okay? What is this activating? This is going to be very much activating the core. I very much encourage you to hold in your bum hole, basically. It's like really tense that up. Activate your core. What we're going to be doing is very much activating our adrenals and also our reproductive organs. Got to remember that most people in our society have weakened adrenals, which causes a havoc of different symptoms and disease. So we're really building this back up and strengthening it. So hands by the side, looks like this. You want to press up off the floor, so my bum's off the floor, and basically with an inhale, move into a tabletop position, okay? And then when you exhale, back down. Now, you start with the chin to chest, as always, and then inhale. So again, we're still somewhat compressing our thyroid and parathyroid the whole time. So chin to chest, inhale. I think that was 7. Now, if you cannot do that, I still recommend you get in this position, okay? Get up and just do little ones, okay? Still really squeeze in your stomach, really tighten your core. Make sure that when you come into this position, you really squeeze your bum up and try to get as high as you can, okay? Really activate. So that is the 4th Tibetan rite. 5th Tibetan rite, the last one, is very much like what we call a downward dog. And this is gonna, again, really activate our reproductive organs, our adrenals, because most people in our Western society have weak adrenals because we live in a very stressed state. So we wanna strengthen these. So it looks like this, making sure that our hands and fingers are really spread out in like this position, and we wanna twist in our elbows. So when we do that, we twist in and we're pushing the floor apart. Then what we're gonna do is get on the tippy toes, not on our heels. It's a bit different to the downward dog. Tippy toes and knees bent, raising the butt up, head between the shoulders, okay? Then what we're gonna do here is we're gonna inhale and move slowly. So inhale, holding ourselves up, shoulders back, head up, and then exhale. Keeping them back to the knees bent, bum up and head between the shoulders. So you do that consistently, inhale. It's not a cobra move, it's just like this. I think I got 2 more. And then once you've done, just get in a child's pose position and really sit in this for 5 minutes. This will really help with spine posture, support your lower back, open up your hips, really support your nervous system and put you in a place of safety. Very, very important that we can finish on this note for 5 minutes. And that's it. That is your 5 Tibetan rite morning routine. Increase the frequency, increase the vibration, live different so that you can have a healthy and abundant life. Thank you for watching.